Hey everybody, welcome to the Bethesda stream. I'm Pete Hines, DC Deacon, here to play some Elder Scrolls Legends. And with me at the other end is Creative Director at Direwolf Digital, the inventor of the Elder Scrolls Legends, my friend Paul Denon. Hi Paul.
Hi Pete, good to see you.
Good to see you as well. You had a good Gen Con?
Oh, it was really fun, yeah.
Yeah, we missed you at QuakeCon, but your buddy Kevin Spack and I represented at Friday Night Magic. We did very well.
Yeah, heard.
Yeah, we each only lost one game, and it was to each other. We ended up drawing a match, but otherwise we rolled. So, yeah, it was a good time.
Nice.
But I'm glad to hear your board game launch went well.
Yeah, it went really well.
Awesome.
It's getting a lot of buzz.
Well, so today I'm going to jump around and do a bunch of other stuff. I've actually got two arena runs in progress, so I'll probably just jump into one of those. Paul and I were tinkering around. I am still building my collection back up after we did the reset a couple of weeks ago, which is, we believe, the last one we will ever have to do. So at this point, everything I earn, I finally get to keep. But I am, without my my listener and my Packmaster and all the stuff that I used to have in my decks that made them a lot of fun to play. So, Paul, what do you think? You want to start with solo or versus? I see it in solo arena, so I'm going to start with the mirror match here and see if we can get to 7 against the Terror of Cyrodiil. No lane conditions for this one, or no special conditions. Sure.
Looks good.
Yeah, why not? I can play all of the things early on.
Yeah, we were just talking about how his speakers can be kind of tricky to play, but I mean, in solo arena, just getting down some quick bodies is pretty good.
It's pretty relevant. Yeah, so I'm gonna go this to the other lane. Because next turn I'll be at 4, so if I want, I could dump both of these. Well, or I could just keep dumping his speakers. I think I want to try the ally here, or do I? No, I want to try. Actually, I don't know.
I mean, the ally is great if it hits. It's a risk, but if it hits, it's got more health than the mammoth can deal with.
Yeah, and it can trade straight up. Yeah,
Nice.
got there. And I'm going to go ahead and drop this just to have something in both lanes. I do have 1 or 2 things that allow me to pump this up a little bit, so that when it loses its ward, it'll...
Well, the Grawl is active, that's good.
I think I just go ahead and drop that. And I think I drop it here, right? Because it can basically tussle with any of this stuff.
Yeah, it will slowly devour the Imperial army.
Face my blade.
There's an argument to be made, well.
Who goes there?
All right.
I live to
Well, I think here, since I've already gotten some value, I'm going to go ahead and make this trade just because I really don't want that mammoth to keep roaming. Or do I let him kill the 3-1 with the 2-2?
I would just make the trade.
Yeah,
It's not
I
like
think-
you have
I think
anything
so.
great in your hand that you need
No.
the Magicka for. Ooh,
That was unfortunate.
that is rough.
That edict is good.
I hear
Ooh, the Haunting Spirit, if you could get that bonus onto your Iliac Sorcerer, that would be great.
Couldn't possibly be dumb enough to trade that with me, though, could it?
I
It probably won't. You'll have to force it somehow.
If it wants to keep, goodness, all of the removal. All right, so it had
enough
enough.
time.
Yeah, it had enough of that. Oh, that sucks. So close. Well, so I can drop something and run this into there and pump it, right? And turn that into a 7/7. I won't get the creature, but
Yeah, you definitely need to drop something.
or I drop this, I gain a Magicka, and I drop a 4/4 guard, which will eat at least the rest of this and one of these.
I like that.
The waters of life.
And I'm gonna keep throwing stuff out there. He wants to keep killing these, that's fine.
Into the breach.
I did grab a number of those. Oh, that thing gets nasty. So once again, I'm still a little short of this thing going off.
Well, yeah, you're one short.
So I think what I'm gonna do is just drop these two here.
On the right lane?
On the right lane. Keep them
Yeah,
safe.
makes sense.
Keep them safe.
And if the hunger can go off, you should have enough health lead to play the Necromancer.
That wasn't gonna live anyway. Perfectly happy with that on the other side.
I hear and obey.
Still have not hit a prophecy this game. That'll help. So I think I gain 4, kill that so it can't trade. And now see if I can get something from my discard.
Magnus, god of sorcery, be with me.
8.
Your death is my command.
Feed and flee.
I am a child of darkness.
Well, I get rid of one only to get another. So I think my idea, Paul, is... I had this crazy notion about attack with this. Actually, I want to attack with this first. But I'm thinking that I attack with this and then I drop a Leviathan down and sack the Haunting Spirit.
That's a great
But do I
combo,
go?
I like
do
that.
I go ahead and do that for first? Because either way, I'm still getting the 3 damage off of something else, right? So if
Well, you can get
it might go
6
on the-
damage if you attack first.
so attack with this one first,
Yeah, attack with the Haunting Spirit first. Get its natural 3 damage in.
and then sack
Then
this.
do
and
your
hope- yeah.
plan.
Put it on my drain. Give it to me. Oh, of course. 6, 8, 9. Well, I'm gonna get 4 back here. I don't know whether it's worth hitting him to 4 at this point, right? I'm gonna swing for 1, but I'm not gonna bother attacking with this. I don't need to
That's
give.
fair. He is going to heal a bit on his turn, though.
He's gonna
He's
get
going to go up
6.
6.
He's gonna go up 6 to 14. So if I swing for 4, he's gonna go to 10, which would give me lethal with this.
You will have lethal. Like, let's say he kills your 4/1 with the 6/7.
Right? He's
You'll
probably
still-
not. He's probably not going to my face at this point with that, right? He's gonna eat something, gain 6.
I believe. Yeah, I think he'll take out your.
I'm gonna
ranged
do.
creature.
I'm gonna do that.
You could drop the highwayman on the left just as bait, maybe. If
Yeah.
you would potentially trade with the 2/2.
I'm gonna wait.
I stand to serve.
Sure, don't care.
Your pain is delicious.
Your death is
Okay.
my command.
Feed and flee.
Super aggressive. Have you got 5 more
I will
damage?
not save you.
Not gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't try to eat one of your creatures. It may have been that he realized you had lethal either way.
All right. So one to go to get to the arena champion. I was complaining to Conley online that the
To the victor, go the spoils.
I think maybe I just take this Venom Tongue. I don't really need any
Yeah.
more 3-drops. I don't have a ton of actions. That seems reasonable. All right. Yeah, so in versus arena, you don't get cards, but in solo arena, it's 9 matches instead of 7 to win the arena, and after each win, you get a choice of a new card to add to your deck. No, it is Banis Howler. This guy's a nightmare. Ah, Hall of Mirrors.
This is a fun one.
Well, it's fun unless he starts off with 2 0-4s over there.
True.
I think I keep this.
Looks fine.
I don't see why I'd pitch any of that back.
Especially when you drop his
Oh.
speaker and get 2 extra magicka.
By dawn and dusk, I move as a shadow.
The Hall of Mirrors can be really interesting to play with because you almost want him to not sacrifice his guy.
Yeah, because then he's going to drop and get 2 of something. So
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to drop this over here. Get myself some more magicka.
I keep a spare blade.
Oh, I will absolutely take that order of...
Feel my sting.
Sure.
The valor of Nerevar is with me.
Yeah, so now I think what I do here is kill 2 of these. Drop 2 of these.
Oh yeah, that sounds great.
I'm going to leave the last gas guy out there. You know what? I'm even going to drop this over there because one of these breaking and making that a 4/4 deadly or lethal doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world.
Best protection money can buy.
That's even better for me.
Feel my sting.
Thank you very much. And there's my 4/4 lethal. See, now all I really care about is getting to turn 9 and playing that in an empty lane on the right.
Yep.
So I'm going to swing first. And I just did that in the wrong order, but I didn't get punished for it. So now the question is, what do I do here? Take him to
Yeah.
19? Because that's not I mean, it's not like I'm getting some huge value off of this.
Yeah, it's too bad you don't have like a 5-drop in your hand.
I think I'm just going to do this.
I would hold off here just in case you don't draw another creature to be able to play your guard
Certainly
on the
does.
right.
Sure. Sure.
My sword hand itches. My
All right, well, I have a 7/7 lethal, so you have fun with your 1/3s over there. Go to 12. Actually, this shuts down everything over here.
Orders. Awaiting orders.
Do I kill one of those or just leave it in case I see something far worse? I think I hold on to
I
this.
like holding on to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no urgent need.
Fighters Guild Recruit is always out there lurking.
With me.
By dawn and dusk, I move as a shadow.
Some of the watchers may have noticed that the AI, doesn't play perfectly here. We knew that. I mean, that's part of why solo arena is, we start the AI with advantages sometimes. It's really hard to make the AI understand all these kind of crazy lane rules like the Hall of Mirrors.
Yep, you can shackle whatever you want. Yeah, honestly. Well, you know what? I'm going to drop this over here only because that's game next turn unless he gets something in the way.
Feel my
Sure.
don't care.
You waste my breath.
And I don't care.
The valor of Nerevar is with me. Everyone pays a toll.
The Night Mother will guide us.
Oh, I missed my Ungolem. I think I miss him more than any of the cards that I lost in the reset. He was in just about every deck that I played that I cared about. All right. One more to get there. And maybe we'll switch over to some Versus Arena.
That was kind of funny that Banis Allure was playing Ungolem. I think that's
Challenger.
in the old days, the Ungolem card used to be named Banis Allure, and then we changed his race.
I think maybe Gloomwraith here. I have a ton of... Right?
Yeah, your deck looks great for Gloomwraith. I mean, Golden Saint is always can be an MVP,
Yep.
but
He's pricey, and you got to be ahead. All right.
Another step closer.
Red Guard lady.
Now, the final champion comes forth. The crowd goes wild.
Do you know this deck? I think the name of it tips me off what's going on here.
Is renowned for hitting especially hard. This
I
could
go
get
second.
yeah, probably gonna forge a lot of items. Oof, that's a tough advantage to overcome.
So I think I go ahead and run a his speaker out just to try and start. Well, yeah, because this gets me to 3 right away, right?
Yeah, I like that.
I draw power from these trees.
By dawn and dusk.
And again, in for those of you who don't know, in PvE, you're going to get different lane conditions, not only like the ones we saw last game, but also different widths. So here, this is only 2 creatures in this lane.
Yep.
I'm going to try this just to see, because he's going to kill this thing anyway if it doesn't get there. And if it doesn't, then I block him.
Fool.
A strong arm is what you need.
Oh, boy.
This is a good start, though. Shut him down a little.
Place my
I'm going to
blade.
kill that thing. And 4, 5. So I'm thinking either Highwayman and Soldier or Hunting Spirit and Soldier.
I like the Highwayman.
Get some card advantage going.
awaiting orders.
Yikes. Yikes.
That's absurd.
So I think I just put the spirit out over here, and if he breaks through again and kills this thing, I mean, I'm just gonna have to take damage. I don't know how much I can do about it.
Claws out.
Let's see if we draw.
Let's see what you draw.
I don't think that's. I don't think I sacked that over here just to save a few points of health, do I?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you could play the armor on your 2/2.
That doesn't excite me
Hear
either.
and obey.
Yep.
You can draw cards. And then do I do the... I don't think I need the Herbalist right now because everything that gets hit is getting killed. I might just throw a Hunting Spirit out here.
Yeah, getting another creature on the board is good.
Yep. Battleship. Oh, goodness.
Do not test me.
Well. Oh, all right. That helps. Stem's bleeding a little bit.
I ride like the wind.
3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 14. I'm going to swing with this first and see what we draw.
Yeah, that's good. And note that it's even easier to pull the trick on this board because of the 2 size lane on the right. You could attack with that Haunting Spirit and then sacrifice
That's
it
what I
with
was...
like a guard.
Yeah, I was going to sack it to this guy just to keep this from going nuts, right?
Sure.
Of course it went
Well,
on.
that's too bad.
Of course it went on something that attacked already.
I
But you're set up for lethal next turn pretty easily if he doesn't kill you.
Do I need to attack here? 5, 7, 10,
I
12.
mean, you might need to, depending on what he plays, right? Like if he plays like a strong guard that blocks you somewhere. Like at this point, he's already got 5 cards, so moving him from 5 to 6, not that big of a deal.
That's going to buff this to a 7-2. But it's only going to get through 1. He has a weapon for that that's annoying. No, you're dead.
All right.
So I play Rothgar, pump that, kill that. Yay!
Did you just 9-0 this solo arena?
I did. And
Nice.
I actually didn't think this deck was all that good, but boy, it sure did play well. The last version of Banis Allor I played was way tougher. I think I had him on a plunder map, and oh my god, he was just going off. He dropped like 3 or 4 creatures on his first 2 turns and was just destroying me.
Yeah, and I mean if he drops Ungolem on turn
Yeah,
1,
which he did, by the way.
that's a
Backbreaking.
that's a harbinger of doom.
Yes, and the stupid 2/1 that draws a dagger, and he was on the draw and just crushed me. Look, more soul gems to finally build some stuff. Pack. All right, let's go jump into the. Maybe we'll go back later and jump into to see what I got in my packs. But I'm gonna jump into my versus arena. So Paul, I tried something with this. I've been tinkering around and trying some colors to draft some different styles that I wasn't particularly used to. And I tried something with this where the curve isn't brilliant. Like this is the fewest 2-drops I've ever drafted in a deck. Much heavier at the 3, but I intentionally tried to skew my curve a little later because I felt like I was just getting into situations where we were sort of stalling out or, down to your 1 or 2 cards
Sure.
per turn, and I just didn't have enough gas. I decided to try this card just because, I don't know, I haven't played a Spider Daedra. Seems like
I love the theme of this deck. Spider Daedra, Spider Lair, Wild Beast Caller. You've got all sorts of critters. You have Slaughterfish spawning.
Mm-hmm.
This deck looks fun and possibly powerful.
Well, so far I'm 3-0. Let's see how we do going forward.
Spider Daedra does get a lot of hate from constructed players because it can get taken out so easily, and that it's pretty true. It usually gets taken out quickly, but in draft, it can't get taken out that easily, and it puts like 18 power onto the board with 1 card, so it can be insane.
I think I have to pitch all of this back. The only thing I consider keeping is the Hive Defender, but I have to pitch those 2. Do you keep that at 4?
Oh yeah, I would keep it.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, you got the Butcher, which is great.
I saw a question on the chat about solo content. I'm not sure if I got it answered, but yes, we have a variety of different ways to play solo. So we have a full 20-chapter single-player story mode, and then we have solo for both battle, so you can play against different strength AI decks, and then we also have a solo arena, which I was just playing. So you have multiple different modes. Do I go ahead and blackmail now? I mean, I have the Open Magicka.
Yeah, why not?
I don't see why not.
That's a good one.
So yeah, we have a variety of different ways to play solo. I really like playing solo arena. I was one of the very few people who had this game at home prior to going out testing, and regularly at night I'd go to play, and obviously there was nobody online playing, so I would just sit there and play solo arena after solo arena, and it's a ton of fun.
So are you ahead on health here for this Rift Thane or not?
I'm behind.
So he'd be a good guard on the right, I suppose. It would be unfortunate to play Eastmarch Crusader right now.
Yeah, and not get that card draw.
So you could maybe play the Rift Thane on the left.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
To enable the Crusader next turn.
Breakthrough. I mean, he could do something here. He's clearly playing a lot of Sharpshooter Scout, deal 1 damage under the battlefield effects. There's another one.
Oh, you were ahead on life. actually, so it's
Oh,
a
I
4-2.
was.
Well, he's gonna perish here anyway.
I hear and obey.
That elixir that gives out +1/+1s can be quite good in
Yep.
Arena.
So he can pump this and make it a 4/5. He's still not getting through the defender. I'm actually thinking I might do that only because if this guy takes damage, I can drop a Greenstock Packer over here, Packstalker over here to slow things down more.
Yeah, I like it.
I want to know if there will be more solo content down the road. Oh, I don't know, Paul. Are we talking about that at all in terms of whether we're planning on doing more solo content or not?
Uh,
Haven't really
I
said.
don't think we have talked about it, so it's up to you whether you want to start talking about it.
We're not talking about it. There you go.
Confirm what platforms Legends will be available.
Reconfirm platforms for Legends. It's PC currently, but we have plans for Mac, iPhone, iPad, Android, tablets, and phones. So I think I'm just going to drop this here.
Yeah, we'll at least trade.
That
Although I
Dawnbreaker.
guess he can give it one more. He can give it another pump.
He can, but I mean, I got to do, at this point, I got to do something to slow this train down over here.
Yeah, your deck is pretty top heavy, so once you can start dropping your.
I mean, if I have to Cliff Racer to kill this thing next turn, I might make that sacrifice just to keep this from going off.
Sure.
I'd really love a, what's the 1/1 that gives -1/-1? The Murkwater Witch? Shaman? Something?
The Murkwater Witch is the 1/1 guard that gives an immediate -1/-1,
Yeah.
and then
That's what I
there's
really...
there's a 3/3 that does it over time.
So the question is, do I want to just take 8 here and do something and spit out 2 other things, or use up my Cliff Racer and my entire turn just killing that?
Yeah, this is scary. I would certainly be tempted to play the Paladin and one of the 3/2s on the right and let him hit you. Hope to draw an action to trigger the drain next turn and do a comeback.
Throwing away my entire turn and a Cliff Racer just to kill that thing doesn't seem great for me.
Do you have any javelins in this deck?
I have a couple. And look, this is one of the things that I really enjoy about Arena and sort of draft modes of games, which is, like, I made the best picks I could out of the stuff that was offered to me. Like, I didn't have the chance to get, you know, an Elixir or a giant Dawnbreaker.
I hear and obey.
Ow. Ow. Yeah, not working out.
There's an action. There you go. Hopefully
So,
it doesn't take out your Paladin.
so yeah, too little, too late. So I think I have to trade here, right?
You won't even
Yeah, absolutely. And
And
now
then-
I think
but
you
if I
need to. So you could play another creature first, and then move the other creature, and keep the Paladin on the right if you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I could do this here and then move the shadow.
Yeah, and hope to get lucky with the Beast Caller. Sure, I can see that.
No!
That is not lucky. Yeah, now you have no good outs.
Well, I think
you have to-
I shadow shift this thing over here, just so at least it can, right?
Well, if you don't kill the 4/4, he's got 8 coming in at you. I mean, you could trade your Paladin with the 4/4 on the left, or you could just eat a 2/2 with the 4/4. It's up to you. They both give you outs.
I think I'm dead about 6 different ways till Sunday anyway.
Let me lighten your load. For serious.
Yeah, because I'm taking 10 anyway, because my stupid Elit is going to deal 2 to me.
Yeah, I saw some players talking about a tournament coming up this weekend. So a call out to anybody who's been playing Constructed. If have been collecting a good deck, look for a player tournament on the forums. I forget
Yeah,
the name of the tournament.
it's on our it's on the Elder Scrolls subreddit, Elder Scrolls Legends on Reddit. They've got a thread going about how to join the tournament.
Cool.
Yeah, Slow Draw just got outrun and overrun. It's the first time I think I've lost on the stream with you, Paul.
Yeah, my advice might have led you astray there. I was hoping your
No,
your
look.
paladin would do more.
Yeah, but I think even if I run the Cliff Racer into that, like, again, when I'm that far behind, and there's two really good cards, I don't know. I don't know. I got to get lucky to come back from trying to beat cards like that anyway.
And your opponent played quite well. I mean,
Yep.
he used that elixir really well there.
No. It's actually kind of awkward in the opening hand, but I guess I hold on to it. I think I still pick.
Do you? I don't know.
Let's pitch it all back
I don't-
then.
I don't like the anxiety of having him in my
This
opening
is
hand
what
just because-
happens whenever I do that. This is
Yeah,
this
that's
is the
horrible.
this is the universe saying to me, you should have kept it. Oh, and then the universe said, never mind, Pete. It's all going to be okay.
Nice.
Here's a butcher.
So your goal here is to survive until turn 6, or 5, I guess, because you have the elixir.
Sure, let's just keep playing 3/2s in the Shadow Lane and see what happens.
May you walk on warm sands.
Twisted Alpha asked, are you planning to nerf buff certain card in the near future? I mean, I think we're constantly looking at the card file and whether or not we've hit a good spot. I don't think there's any particular cards that we feel like we have to do something about right now. Paul, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. We've changed cards during the closed beta, and we're continuing to keep an eye on things.
Somebody said we call it NRG. Yeah, no, we don't. You call it NRG. That's not what I call it. I play Magic all the time. I played at lunch today, and when I got mana flooded and mana screwed 3 games in a row, I don't refer to it as random number generator. It's just card games. Sometimes
You won't even see.
you draw your lands in Magic, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you start off with 6, 6, 7, sometimes you don't. I usually use the RNG to talk about certain cards where it's actually randomly applying stuff, like the, what's the Intelligence Mage called, Paul? The one that says if you have more health, give a random keyword to each creature you control?
Oh, yeah, the 4/4 for 4. I'm forgetting the name of the card, though. I'm bad with remembering names sometimes.
As am I, so I don't feel nearly as bad about it. But yes, there is randomness to this game. There's randomness to every game. But, that's why I feel like I'm partially to blame for this, because I had an inkling that I should hold on to something that cost 4 Magicka to at least guarantee turn 3, and I didn't, and I got punished for it. It happens.
Legends has a ton of skill, even though
Royal
there's
Sage.
RNG,
Yep.
and you can get bad hands. Like, if I play against LSV or Matt Nass or Conley, like, I am likely to lose, even if, like, we're using, equivalent decks.
Yes, Royal Sage. Several people in the chat. Yes, Royal Sage is
Royal
the
Sage,
is
yeah.
the guy we're talking about. And by the way, Paul, I'll have you know, lifetime against LSV, I am undefeated in Legends.
They make it too
Nice.
2-0.
That's impressive.
2-0. I have a better record against you than I have against him. And
That is very surprising.
both times were randomly before we even got to closed beta. Yeah, but still proud. I think I'm going guard over here because I definitely don't want the kitty
Can
going.
you
Or I
Can you kill that thing on the left with the Taurus Reaper? Or Chorus Reaper?
I can either do that or I can fill Spider Daedra and just start going nuts. Because this can't trade for that right now, right? I can use my elixir and
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell?
The Spider Daedra's
I never get
Alright,
to I never get to play with it, so I might as well take the opportunity.
Yeah.
I might be dead next turn for all I know. I don't think I'm
A
dead.
lot of times it's good, you know, when you have the opportunity to kind of sucker out some removal and then drop the Spider Daedra. In this case, you know, he's likely to just remove it. Although, you know, what does he have? Piercing Javelin would maybe be the
Well,
other thing.
he could
Yeah.
also do the Arrow Storm and wipe out a bunch of them on one side, right? Like if
Yeah,
he Arrow Storms
which is
this,
okay.
Arrow Storms this side, it would not be great for me. But clearly he doesn't, or he would have done it. So he clearly doesn't have the Javelin.
Kashyyyk needs coin. Teach impossible.
Yeah. So you're gonna get to do that twice.
It's quite okay.
You're gonna give me a card while
spiders
you're
can
at it.
take care of that.
Yep.
Kashyyyk has had enough.
All right. So that's gonna die. That's gonna die. That's gonna die. 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 18. Or I swing with one, sack it to a Charis Reaper to take these out, and right, and swing.
I like that. Yeah, I like getting board control here. Like the Spider Daedra is probably not going to last long, so just use the Spiderlings to clear the board.
Yeah. I don't know if it matters, does it? Either one of those is going to trade with this. Do I care?
I don't think you care. Well, I think you need to get rid of the Master of Thieves as a priority, just in case he's got
All right.
the charge pilfer.
We're going to take you to 10. And just say go. I'm not going to Shadow Shift. I mean, I guess technically I could have moved the Tiger over here, right? Because he can't trade with the Charis, but sure, whatever. I guess he just drew that
Await
Javelin.
orders.
I assume he didn't have that in his hand.
Let my
Yeah, I mean he's
Because if he
dead
did,
next turn if he doesn't do something amazing. Because now you Shadow Shift and Cliff Racer.
yeah.
I guess you're still one short if you do that.
More spiders?
Spiders everywhere.
More spiders. I think I might just do that, Paul, because I can always hold this as
Yeah, I love it. Let's see some random spiders.
spiders. Spiders everywhere. Yeah, and see, this is why I said I sort of skewed this deck to go a little higher on my curve that I'm comfortable with, because I just wanted to see. But this is what I'm talking about, where you start getting to the point, you know, you got a card or two in hand. I mean, I've given this guy 4 extra cards, but the stuff he's dropping, I'm just not as worried about dealing with a 2/2 and a 1/1. And you know, at this point, the Torval Crook is not exactly going off. So
Ooh, that's good.
so I'm at 10, 11. So I'm thinking maybe I just drop a Tiger and a Hive Defender, right? Hive Defender here, Tiger here.
You might want to Cliff Racer and take out his 3/4 because a 4/4 trades really well with a 3/4, and then you can drop the Tiger also with your elixir.
Yeah.
Somebody pointed out that you might lose the game because you played the spider there. It might be true, but sometimes having fun is
Not a
worth it.
chance. Not a chance. I got Hive Defender, Skooma Racketeer combo. I can just make a big deadly guard and we'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm going to kill that. I don't know if the order matters a whole lot. It does not. Yay, Spider Daedra, doing work. right, I think it may.
That player was probably just thinking, like, what cards did I just see? I've never seen these cards in Arena.
Another step closer.
I'm gonna try another one.
Another combatant. Another battle. Lower the gates.
Someone said the only difference I see in Legends is 2 fields and different cards, but that's it. No, that's not it. I think you're missing an awful lot of stuff. The rune mechanic that we have in the game. I think I keep both of those, right? Yeah. Even though we really want to keep that in our hand.
The rune mechanic, the support cards,
The
shadow lane is
the shadow lane in the lane, so not only 2 lanes, but that this one is a shadow, so that creatures can't be attacked directly by creatures. The fact that we have the prophecy mechanic on our cards, so not only are you drawing additional cards off of the rune, the way that our game is broken up, not into sort of hero classes, but into color combinations, I think makes a big difference. Trade that if I have to. So that the decks that you see, like I just see massively, even yesterday and today playing, have seen such a massively wide array of deck types in what folks are playing. The blue-green, that there are a bunch of different blue-green decks that I've played against and that I've put together. Same for green-yellow. My favorite green-yellow deck is like a pilfer deck with lots of Khajiits. This deck has absolutely almost none of that whatsoever. So it's a lot more variety in the kind of depth that I see and play against.
I like the Slaughterfish here.
Right, because I can take this out on my next turn. He's got nothing to attack it, right?
And it just sets up a Slaughterfish on the left, unchallenged, which is always good.
I mean, at 3, he doesn't have. I guess he could have that 2/4 guy that Camlorn, but he doesn't. No, don't get there. Sure. So definitely gonna get rid of that. Swing for 3, and then I might just spawn a bunch of little guys out over here because I can give one of them.
Yeah, I like it. You can give one of them lethal, then you can also use the Resolute Ally
To pump them. Yep.
Your orders.
Yeah, so I will concede that anybody just dropping by and taking a look, it's like, oh, it's like Game X and Game Y, but look, it's free to play. You can go to Bethesda.net right now and download the client and give it a try. It is not just like any other card game you've played. We sit in between a lot of other different types of game. That's pretty intentional. So, So do I just racketeer into and then just 1 for here and the other 3 here and get rid of them all?
Probably. I think you attack first with the Slaughterfish just to see if he hits a prophecy.
He does not. So I think I'm going to go here, do that.
Although arguably I give you bad advice because if you just hit a Firestorm, that would have been terrible, I guess.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun of the game with the
Paul.
prophecies, is trying to figure out what you might hit and how you can play around it.
So as Paul said, this guy over here going unchecked, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that blue can do. But right now, I only played 3 Magicka for 2 of these, one of which stopped Daring Cut Purse. That was really giving me trouble.
Yeah, I mean, this Slaughterfish could just win you the game here. I mean, you might want to Piercing Javelin the 4/6 and just keep attacking with the Slaughterfish, or you could just attack.
No, I like that plan.
Take the trade.
I'm gonna swing first. I'm gonna break 2 runes, but ow! Lightning bolt.
Firestorm. Yeah, if he burns a lightning bolt to take out one Slaughterfish out of 2 spawns, then
Oh, also
that's
perfectly acceptable.
Customers only.
yeah.
I will happily
Yeah,
take that trade.
Yeah, that 1/2 guard is not that great.
No.
It's terrible card.
That card's awful. I don't even know why that card's in this set. Yeah, so here, I think to your point, I'm just gonna drop. I'm gonna drop this down. It'll kill both of these if he swings.
Sure.
Just let this keep getting bigger.
What's the biggest Slaughterfish you've ever seen?
I don't know, but I think I'm starting to get up into the range of the max one that I've ever had. I don't know if I've ever had an 11-1. No!
Oh!
Stupid Taurus Reaper. Yeah, well. Get ready to face my minions. I could Taurus Reaper him back. I think I might do that, because that makes this a 0-3, so he takes no damage. It'll actually kill this and not allow that to swing in.
Yeah,
Right.
the other option is the giant snake to just slow him down and then eat the 1-3 this turn and then eat the 2-2 next turn.
Now, I'm going to do this because it keeps this from having a chance to go off. Right? I like that.
What do you mean?
It kept this, because if I swung and took 1 damage here, this would be at 5. So he could have killed it with the...
I see.
Right? With the Charis Reaper,
Yeah.
and then swung in with that Daring Cut person starts... now this thing is... got to do work just to get in. I really like that card. I lost to somebody the other day. Speaking of all the different variety you see in the decks, Paul, I played a deck yesterday. I played against a deck I hadn't seen, which is exactly this combo. It's the green guy that gets you a 0-cost card from your deck when he pilfers.
Yeah, the Goblin Skulk.
Yep. And he just went bonkers with getting the Cruel Fire Bloom out, playing an Elusive Schemer, sacking it, killing
Yep.
one of my things. This goes back into his library, into his deck.
It's a fun deck.
Yeah. And I could not kill that thing, and it was I was actually super impressed. Like, there was nothing I could do, and I was like, this is awesome. Like, I just have no way. I mean, I had plenty of cards that would have done something, but I couldn't draw any of them, and that card just went completely nuts.
Yep, that's why early removal to take care of little 2/2 creatures can be critical.
So this is a
'Cause
scary.
Skulk.
Yep, this is a scary
This goes
card.
crazy.
A scary card to play against blue-green, only because blue has so much like reach out and kill a thing.
Right. But it looks like he doesn't have
But if
anything.
he doesn't have it, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I mean, I have lethal.
Yeah, I mean that Daedra just put 18 power on the field.
Do I get greedy and put the Resolute Ally over here? Because I could still Piercing Javelin something if I
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah, I don't think
Just to
it's
see
that
if it
greedy.
happens.
Hold your
Yep,
position.
and attack maybe
No.
with no. Attack with 2 Spiderlings first and then the Daedra.
Yeah, or do I swing with... I guess it doesn't matter, does it? If they get blown out, they're going to get blown out no matter what.
Yeah, if
Oh, I
you-
see what you're saying. To
If you
get
do
to
it this way, you get 8 damage
at
in
least
before you can
a
hit
7
prophecy.
before you can do something. You got one chance, buddy. Didn't get there. Game over.
Spider Daedra for the win.
Yeah, this deck is fun, and it was really interesting for me to get out of my comfort zone and drafting a very different type of deck that I'm used to. I completed a quest. All right, now we're going to go over and watch me play an incredibly mediocre constructed deck. This is my reward for completing one of my quests. If you don't know about our quest system, if you're familiar with the Elder Scrolls, we have
What challenge awaits next?
fighters, mages, and thieves guild quests that your character will get. They're all sort of themed. I've completed all mine for today, so I can't show you any. But here, I'll go and maybe show you like this. So you get all kinds of quests that are in the same kind of range as the different titles that you get. So you can see here, I've completed a handful of Thieves Guild 1. I still have a bunch of Fighters Guild left to do. But there's lots of cool stuff that we keep track of, and we give you, dealing so much damage with certain creatures or spells, or I've almost got my Ironmonger. By the way, there's a special one we should point out, Paul, that's buried somewhere in here. Is a cool thing we came up with that's going to get turned on here shortly for everybody. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That thing I
I think you passed it up.
Did I?
It was up higher. It's called the Earthbone, if that's the one you're talking about.
That is, in fact, the one I'm talking
There
about.
it is.
There it is. So this is a special one we added to say thank you to everybody who's helping us out in the beta. And this will get turned on, I think, in the build later this week, right? And the idea is, for those of you who don't know, Earthbone is is a reference to the original. How do you describe them, Paul? They're like the original creators of Mundus, the world of Tamriel. They were gods that sort of sacrificed themselves to become the earth spirits, basically. To thank all the folks that have kind of helped us create the Elder Scrolls Legends and helped us test it, all of those folks are going to get a special tag, and we also get one as devs. That is the Elvish version of that. Which, do you even remember what that's called? We couldn't even remember the intelligence mage. I don't know how we're going to remember that.
That was like Ulfinoi or something.
Tell you what, first person who remembers what the Elven name is for Earthbone in the chat, Jess, they get a free card pack. Okay, so Paul, I think I'm going to try this Black Marsh Smugglers deck. This is a crappy version of of a deck that you and I were tinkering around with during closed beta. That's kind of a rampy deck. It's using Argonians, Tree Minder, some other stuff, but this isn't the good version. Like I haven't really gotten anything good yet. None of the good legendaries to ramp up into. I'm still playing with the unleveled up version of this guy, so I haven't gotten the cool. Elnafay, thank you.
Alaro is the winner of that one.
Alaro, good job. Yes, Elnafay is the name of the gods that created the world of Mundus. That's my shortcut explanation. As many of you know, I am not the lore guy. So we're going to jump into versus battle and play a little bit with this wonky ramp deck that isn't quite there yet, but I'm still, like many other folks, working my way through and unlocking cards. And
Looks like you've been playing a lot, though. You have quite a bit of gold, so you can buy some packs.
Yeah, and I just got packs that I didn't think to open. I think I still have to throw this back going first, don't I? The Shadow Fen Priest. I think when I go first, anything that costs more than 4, I feel like I got to pitch.
Reasonable.
Would have rather hit that off of a prophecy, but
Same with the Werebat.
yeah, one makes do. And honestly, would rather see this when I'm a little closer to 7 Magica, but yeah, we're gonna spend time passing turn. Are we gonna be adding any dual color support cards at all? There's not a single one in the set. Yes, so there are 2 cards for each color pair that you can only play when you're playing that color pair, but they are all in fact just creatures. We don't have an actual 2 color support card.
There's no reason why we wouldn't have it. There's no, nothing stopping us from making a 2-color support card.
We do have a spell card though, right? There's that intelligence, willpower, destroy thing. We just don't have support.
Yeah, Edict of Azura. There's an item that's 2 colors, the Rihati Battle Mace. We just happened to not have a design for the launch set that was 2 colors with a support.
So do I go ahead and run the Werebat out there on an open board? Because what I like to do is I always like this on turn 6 in a shadow lane because you're. So I think I just.
Yeah, you could do the Werebat or the Midnight Sweep. They're both reasonable, but I like the Werebat better. Do you have any of the, if you have more health cards, like the Necromancer?
I think I have a couple. I don't have the. I might have the Shadow, the Necromancer. I don't have the green one in here. I think because so often with this deck, I found I'm way behind, and
right.
So
Soul Rest Marshal is the green one.
Soul Rest Marshal
considered very, very strong.
So I'm wondering here, do I run the Midnight Sweep out?
Yes, I think so.
Here?
You have a better chance of the Werebat surviving from the Brutal Ashlander.
25% versus not?
Yep.
50%? What about a small reward of title for reaching legend rank in construction? It feels a little get nothing in return. Well, you don't get nothing in return. You get a pretty cool card at the end of the season. I don't remember what the the card is for this month, or whether we've even said. Paul, do you know?
Speaking of that, yeah, this month is the first time, now that we're in open beta, that we're going to actually release a new card into the game. So a card that nobody has seen.
Ooh, there you go. New card. When are we going to reveal what that card is? By the way, he did whiff on the Cool Fire Boom Brutal Ashlander. Did not get there. So when are we revealing what that is, Paul?
The plan is 10 days left into the season, so around August 21st, I suppose, it would get revealed in-game, in the client.
So, you get nothing for Legend compared to being rank 1. No, not true. Used to be true in testing, not true anymore.
There's a little bit more gold reward, I think, for making Legend, but you do get the third copy of that card for making rank 1.
Somebody asked about other card backs. No, right now we don't have plans for additional ones. The way our game is set up, you can see our card backs are really not something we wanted more space for the cards, the front of the cards themselves. Boom. And now I think I dropped down my preserver.
I would protect the hist.
And so no, card backs I don't think. I mean, look, it should be clear. I get asked, like, well, you're going to support this, that. Like, man, we have support for so much stuff. Paul can tell you. Paul, how many emails in a given day do you get from me with ideas, suggestion, features we should add? I mean, it's got to be, the over-under's got to be 2.5, right?
I was going to guess exactly 2.5. So it must be true.
We have a billion things that we want to do or implement, but we're still in open beta. We have the full version of this to get out. We have iPads and tablets that we're looking to get out, and we're closer and closer to that. So hang in there. We're getting close. I'm going to be one short. No, actually, I'm not. I have 5 right there. If he doesn't hit any prophecies.
Wow. This was an impressive assault.
As somebody asked a little while ago, I noticed about tournaments. Absolutely. Actually, we have an announcement coming up fairly soon. There might be something at PAX Prime in a little under a month in September, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I think it's awesome the community is doing the tournament on Reddit. Love to seeing that stuff. I think competitive strategy card tournaments are super fun. I'd like to see us support a lot of different versions of that, constructed. As Paul will tell you, I'm a huge limited fan. The lead designer of Legends is a gentleman by the name of Luis Scott Vargas. I'm keeping all that. Who is a Hall of Fame Magic the Gathering player who just got his 3rd straight Pro Tour top 8. So congrats to Luis for his performance down in Sydney. He's going to be at the World Championships next month. So those of us who are going there to show off and play Legends will also be stopping by to cheer him on. But yeah, I would like to see a limited form of competition as well. I think that would be super fun. So he's playing blue, Paul. Do I save this for later on, or do I go ahead and get rid of this stupid Brutal Ashlander just on principle?
I think I'd get rid of it. I mean, aggro mage can be really fast, so just slowing him down a little is fine.
Yeah, that's good.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Will cards be implemented one by one, or will it come out in boosters? And will expansion have again, as Paul said, we do have plans for some new cards, one of which will be a reward here at the end of the month. As far as what else? Oh, that's sad. I got nothing else to do. Stay tuned. Expansions and new cards and all that stuff. We have many plans.
You won't spoil my plan.
There's Luchin. So I think I just attack into here and drop that.
I think that's reasonable.
I mean, I could,
play the
midnight
Deshawn.
This guy. Yeah, I think I like this.
Could play the Midnight Sweep. Yeah, you have 3 decent options.
I'm gonna go Green Pack Stalker Plan.
Just follow the trail.
My
The
thinking
great
is,
thing about the Green Pack Stalker is if he doesn't attack into the Stalker, you can play Lucian
yeah,
on the following turn.
that's exactly what I was thinking, and that's fine. I'm happy to take 2 cards to get rid of 1.
Well, Lightning Bolt solved his problem.
Yeah, but he had to use 2 cards to get rid of 1, and I can live with that. So I think I might just.
Sure.
I can't do that because I get no value out of it. So I think I just Midnight Sweep here.
Who goes there? I live to serve. You won't spoil my plan.
That's a thing.
So Pete, is this the kind of deck that you're kind of aspiring towards? Like if you could build like one of your decks
That's-
from the closed beta, would it be this one or a different
I don't
one?
know, Paul. That's one of the things about this game I've really enjoyed is like I have 3 or 4 decks that I really enjoy playing. So I like this one. I like the blue-green kind of mid-rangey. You know I'm a huge fan of Dres Tormentor and Shackle, so I like that. So I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to go Lurking Mummy here. Or do I Avenger? If I Avenger, I can't do more than one thing. And I don't think it's worth dropping the Night Shadow down here where it just gets killed.
Well, the Avenger could set up a Lucian Eat next turn if your opponent doesn't play it properly, because you could drop that wolf down to a 1/3 by playing Lucian into the lane. But I don't see a great play for you here.
I'm just going to do this.
Kill them all.
If he wants to attack both of these into this, and just to kill this, I can Leaf Lurker it to get rid of the wolf. Yeah, that's a thing for sure.
Yeah.
If he doesn't attack at all, okay. So, I can Leviathan here. Still going to take him 2 attacks to get through this. Or I can attack and Leaf Lurker that.
Yeah, or you could just drop the Night Shadow.
All right, drop this over here.
The Night Shadow on the right.
Yeah. Right now I'm worried about getting behind on board though, so I think I might just do this into this. He can eat this and trade heat. Well, he's got to play something
Sure.
first. I got nothing else I can do. But right now, like, yeah, I could have done this over here. I don't know. I think maybe I get a little too conservative, but I'm afraid I play this here and he javelins it. I'm just dead, right? Like, I'm not getting any life back. I left all of his
True.
creatures on board. I'd rather, you know, trade off a couple of things here.
You won't spoil my plan.
I can. Yep.
Ouch.
Yep. All right. So we're at 7. So I can Wrath that, Viper that. I can just drop. I mean, I could drop Lucian down, or I could drop this down over here. Maybe I just do that. Right?
I think that's reasonable. Using the Wreath, for sure.
And then I think I just do this. If he wants to kill both of his guys, he can. He's not going to. So then I drop Lucian down, kill that, pump this. He'll have 1 thing left. I could always tear it to, well, or he's just going to pierce the guys. There's the javelin I thought he had. But again, I'm only taking 5.
Yeah, that works out well for you. Rather lose that to the Javelin than the Night Shadow.
Best card in the game. By the way, just so that you guys know I put my money where my mouth is, we have an amazingly talented QA person here. Her name is, I'm going to get it wrong, LaDonna Grow? LaDonna Grow. She makes really awesome statues and stuff here in the office. She just did one from one of the champions from Quake, and I personally commissioned her to make me a full-size Fighters Guild statue, or Fighters Guild recruit statue for my office. It will be the only one in the world, and I will own it.
That's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. So
here I recommend the Viper and Lucian, and kill his guard with the Viper, and then your mummy gets bigger from Lucian.
And I put Lucian left or right? I kind of want
to... either one.
I want to put him here only because it gives me some cover if he starts playing stuff over there.
Sure.
All right, so we are way up on cards and way down on life, but we're going to have to start picking away at it. Somebody said, awesome, now give us the codes. Jess, they want the free card pack codes. You want to give away one or two here while I'm waiting to see what my opponent does?
Yeah, 2 more to give away.
2 more to give away. Yeah, good luck with that, Erlex. I have a little more clout around here than you do, sir. Remember who gave you your codes.
If we hesitate, all will be lost.
Be nice.
Your orders.
Your
he's got nothing to
reckoning
do.
is at hand.
So you can, remember, eat the 1/1 and
Get
buff
bigger.
up your mummy even more because of Lucian.
Yeah.
So the 1/1 is kind of a gift for you.
And now oh, thank you, Paul. I totally missed that. My technical game is admittedly terrible. I think I Night Shadow over here now. This is the point now, given the board state, where I think I want to go ahead and start gaining life.
Child of darkness.
And I might just... Actually, you know what? I wonder if I throw this over here. One of my Avengers.
Sure.
Because I would happily smash that into something big just to buff up any of these things. If it came to that.
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen to you here? Dawn's Wrath on the right would be bad.
Stendarr, defend us.
Okay.
That's bad, but not terrible.
Actually, so I think I might... Well, do I Wrath that or that? I'm going to swing
I
for...
think the guard...
Your
Yeah, swinging
reckoning
first is
at
fine.
hand. Your pain is delicious.
24. So do I do the guard to kill that and leave that at 3, or do I do that? No, I Wrath that. Yeah.
Yeah, eat the guard and then drop your favorite card to protect against the 5/5, I suppose.
Get in there, Fighters Guild recruit.
The Hist will reclaim me.
I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop this guy. Well, either this or this.
The Hiss Mage is the more conservative play, I suppose.
No,
It keeps you
I'm
alive.
gonna hold on to this just in case I see a threat in a lane that I know I gotta. I'm holding on to both of these for like the oh crap, what do I do about that? You know, he drops a.
Sure.
What's the Flesh Atronach? Or is it just called Flesh Atronach?
It's just called Flesh
It's
Atronach,
called-
yep.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He's not invulnerable. Yeah, where are you going to deal this 4 to? Give it to
Wow,
me.
so close
Give me
to lethal.
Get me to 2.
Night Shadow is so important.
Stendarr, defend us.
Yeah, so I'm going to get rid of all of the things here. But I think first I'm going to do this. So when this trades, I could get something bigger over here.
It's 410, by the way.
He's 410, says Jess.
Come dance with death.
Your pain
Life.
is delicious. Your
And the cool thing about
reckoning is
the
at
drain
hand.
designs, by the way, like the thing I really appreciated about them is that in order to get the benefits, you do have to attack usually the opponent, like in this
Right.
case. So you just gave your opponent another card to heal back, so that increases the chance that they can swing a little bit back and take you out. Like imagine they have 2 lightning bolts now, you're just dead.
Do I drop the guard down just for safekeeping? I don't think Blue and yellow doesn't have anything. I mean, he could have 2 lightning bolts, in which case it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they have no charge.
Yep. That's a thing.
But now that's almost kind of a benefit for you, though, with your Night Shadow. Well, not with the +2/+2 bonus. I was going to say your Night Shadow can now eat the
Yahtzee!
Saint on the right.
You can.
It still can if you use your Shadowfen Priest to silence the guard on the right.
Oh, because he gave it. Yep. Yeah, I'll do
You
that.
must be cleansed.
Then you can eat it safely without breaking a rune.
Well, and more importantly, my life goes up without breaking any of his stuff. Right. I'll hit him once to take him to 11, because that's not going to do anything. And then I'm just going to run both of these guys into this. Now we got 13 representing over here. He can't kill either of these with what he's
My
got.
fight is done.
It has been
Got there.
an engaging hunt.
It was close.
It was close. I'm going to open up, before we finish up, I'm going to open up some, Jess, what time did you say it was?
It is 4:13.
4:13. Perfect. I have work to do, as does Paul. Lightning bolt. All right. Paul's got to go work on all those post-launch content plans that you guys are asking about. I'm going to open up my, see if I got anything good for my 9.0 arena run. The card is good, especially in that green-yellow pilfer deck. I really like sometimes throwing in one of these to gain a little life and get a guy even bigger. I like, Paul, I like
Column, by the way, is one of my favorite comments.
I like our new, our little card packs.
Yeah, they're neat. Like, little cards are tucked into a little box now.
Yeah. Seen this be very good in some stuff. This is very good in that green-yellow pilfer deck that I eventually want to reconstruct and build. Some good stuff waiting over there. Card's very good in my orc deck. Speaking of nerfed cards, this one got nerfed a little bit from before because it was a little too good. Oh, love that card. This and a Shrieking Harpy all day long. I was helping AJ. By the way, in addition, we've been talking about color pairs, but I've seen a number of folks working on either colorless decks or cards that are a single color plus colorless. Again, really cool. These can work into any deck. So again, back to the strategic depth does give you some more flexibility.
The Eradicator, just to note, like, I've seen a lot of players look at that Stronghold Eradicator and see that as a drawback. And it can be a drawback, but it can also be a bonus when you drop it in the shadow lane and make all the opponent's creatures there have guard, and then you can attack into them.
Yep. Paul said I had all this gold and I should buy some packs, so I'm gonna.
That's always the most fun.
Mostly because I need, no, it's not what I wanted. I'm having a brain fart. Mostly because I need my, where's my Divine Fervor? Where's my Pack Master? Paul took it all away. I mean, old Paul and his account resets. I'm telling you, I've been impressed with this guy. Man, you have this.
I was lucky enough to find a Tazcat.
In one of your packs recently?
Tazcat?
Yeah.
I found him pretty quickly, actually, and
This-
once we opened up the beta.
This is a good looking pack. Mm-hmm.
Subreddit is for Legends.
Elder Scrolls Legends is the subreddit on where you can find the info on the tournament and so forth. And if you follow Elder Scrolls Legends, which is, Jess, it's just at Legends?
At Test Legends.
At Tes Legends, TES Legends, or you follow me, DC Deacon. We've been retweeting folks about the community tournament. So if that's something you're interested in participating in, ooh, what's that going to be? Follow us on Twitter as well, and we're always retweeting and sharing that stuff. Already seen some great fan sites.
User Oneah, Oneah, is the person that wrote the post on Reddit for the tournament.
Oneah is the poster on Reddit. I like that guy. He'll go right into my blue-green deck. I like that Sadras agent. I love cards that when they go away, their last gases, they give you more cards. The Deshaun Avenger, the Sadras agent. Love that stuff. Okay. Jess, do we give away all our codes?
We have one more left.
One more code left. So before we shut it down, last chance. No, thanks for the offer, but I am going to go do work. Jess and I have meetings. Paul and I have, I think, Paul, do we have a meeting today or tomorrow? We have more stuff, right? Paul and I are
I think
always
we're
meeting.
15 minutes late for a scheduled meeting.
See, Paul and I are
So
late
my
for a meeting.
producer is going to be like, Paul, where were you?
Paul is screwing around with me playing Legends. Okay, so last pack to give away, or last code to give away, get you 2 packs.
Yep, just give it away.
Just gave it away.
Dust Crawl.
Dust Crawl, congratulations. Thanks everybody for joining us. We are going to be, Jess is going to be putting up a schedule. We're going to be doing a more regular schedule of streams. Paul and the guys at Direwolf, LSV, Kevin Spack, Matt Nass, some of the other developers, designers on the
Dan
game.
Burdick, Conley Woods.
Dan Burdick,
and others.
the Conley Woods are going to be streaming from Direwolf as well. So keep your eye out for a regular schedule. We'll be hosting it here on the Bethesda stream. But that's it for today. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you next time.